Hello, how are you? This is Jilly Bling. What do you think about this? Is that fun? Is it like a reindeer fun? This bundle, Reindeer Fun, has the cutest little images, great words, love the tree. These are harnesses and bows for the reindeer, snowflakes, holly and berries. It's very cute. So this is today's project, and it's 6 by 6, which is something I haven't done in years, but I think it's a good display of all of the adorable dies that are included in the bundle. Oh, and the little peppermint candies. So that's a sample. So I'll take a picture of this, oops, and put it on my blog, which is jillybling.com. But this shows all the pieces needed. Oh, hold on. I hear Roomba coming out. Can't have that. But this shows all the pieces needed to make the card, the outside and the inside. And then, of course, the perennial postage dies for each of the little rectangles that sets off each of these adorable dies. So I'll take a picture of this, and of course you could do it in any colors, any color that you have, but it's just a convenient little tool. We'll be using peppermint, or real red and white adhesive back peppermints. These are so cute. And Druzy adhesive back embellishments, and that's for the tree top. And there's one here, and then I put one on the inside too. And some more peppermints. And then festive pearls are for decorating the wreath. The dies that we'll use are Reindeer Fun, and then also perennial postage dies. And this is an Avid Stampers little collection. I'll do 3 cards, and I do the best that I can do with them. I try to always do them as top as I can. And if you can, use this host code. If you order the bundle through me, you get all 3 of the card kits in the mail for free. And the bundle number is 164044, and order it by October 30th, and these will be coming to you. It takes me about 2 days to make up all the kits, so I'll mail them in early November. So here is the gold paper we'll use. This paper is on the clearance rack, and I think it is in color shimmer paper. And in here is copper clay, and that's what we'll be using for the paper base. Copper clay, it's somewhere right there. That's used for the paper base. Very convenient. That's 12 by 12 paper. So cut it in half. That's your card base. And then, my favorite, Season of Elegance, Season of Green and Gold, designer paper. And I was thinking about using this pattern because it has the copper clay, or maybe that might be pecan pie in it, which would go great with the paper base. But this is a little bit more playful, where this is very elegant, and it looked okay using this paper as a background rather than this design, but this just seemed to fit better, I think. But you could use whatever you have. And we'll use 2 pieces of that. So when you get your kit, this is how it will come in the mail. And open it up. And of course, you'll be getting this kit because you ordered the Reindeer Fun Bundle. So you will have all of these dies already. So I've done everything else except for these dies. And you'll get embellishments in there. And there's the peppermints for the wreath the red pearls and the juicy dots for the Christmas tree top. Put this here. And then you'll get little bits of paper to cut out, like the gold. This gold, you cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. And these papers here are for you to cut out everything on this sheet. And then I'll have all of your perennial postage dies ready to roll. And because this is a 6x6 card, I'll include an envelope that will perfectly hold your card. And the designer paper, I have it temporarily adhesive attached, just so you know where to put. Many times I have a lot that's already attached, but to remove this, just take diagonal corners, give it a twist, and then it leaves a little adhesive behind, which you could rub off, but no need to. But that's how you remove the adhesive. And then the same with the inside piece. Just give it a twist. Okay, so let's get to building this card. There's those. So I'm going to attach this. You know what? I'm going to use liquid glue. Just because the paper is a hint thin, and then also the shimmer paper is just a little bit thin. So using the liquid glue, it kind of makes it a little bit more substantial. Then the inside, don't we all love inside papers that are designer paper? Up and down goes the stripes. You could do them in any direction. Okay. So on each of these postage stamps, I'm going to use my Pool Party ink and a blending brush. Let's see, what's one that you could see it clear on? Oh, on the reindeer here. So see how I did just a hint of Pool Party, just to make the image, the die cut piece, stand out a little bit better, and you could really see it on here. Some of them I didn't do it so heavy, like this one is a little bit light, but I did it on each one. And then a little bit on the inside too. And then on each of these panels. Okay. So just a little bit, and if ever you get an area that's just too heavy, keep in mind you'll be putting something right over the top of it, and you could strategically place where it's a blob of ink. And the less ink that's on it, the softer it gets. Probably should have had some of these done in advance. It won't take long. Tiny little postage stamps. So you're ready to start making Christmas cards? So the 3 of these for Reindeer Fun will all be Christmas, and then after that, the next Avid beyond that, and if you get it now, you still qualify for the Avid free card kits. But there's a lot of Christmas stuff going around. I got these little note cards and envelopes online from Stampin' Up. They just came in the mail, and I have a whole bunch of them. I'm thinking it would be nice to do, and it comes, I think, 10 in a pack, and it would be nice to do like just a whole bunch of, they're note cards, so they're not full size. See this right here? I had washi tape on it, and it tore the paper a little bit, but I'm strategically going to place something such as a holly leaf over it. So hopefully I don't have too many of those, because it's like, look where the ink goes. The ink likes to go there. And the big one. So this is just in the middle. So if ever you have a die, and from the corners you could tell which side is up and which side is down, if ever you have a die and you do a whoops and you go to flip it over, it's like, oh, but that's the back side. Some dies, you could run it right back through, have the paper kind of nest into the die, and run it through again, and then it'll make the corners a bit rounded down. But not all dies can you do that. If ever you run into that, like say I did a whoops on here, like I was stamping the words and they're really crooked, you could put the die on here, run it through, and these edges that are a little bit rolled up would naturally roll down because of the die. But you can also take your bone folder and just run it against the edges, and that will make them flat. Okay. So let's get to building this. I'm done with this. This is for the inside. Let's build the outside. So I need one of these. I'm just looking at how they're laid out on here. And you can lay them out in any way you like. But just laying these pieces out, this fit pretty well. This one I'm going to change because that's a little bit less pool party for the Mary. This is inside. Wreath. It's kind of like a puzzle. Oh, and I need to find that one that has the edge, or the from the washi tape pulled up. Like even this one, that might be a little bit. I'm going to turn it because I know the packages will cover it. So it goes here. That's inside. Inside. Oh, here it is. This one, because I know the leaf, the holly leaf will cover that. Inside, inside, and then done at the bottom. Okay, they are ready to attach. So to attach them, I'm just going to focus on the designer paper showing the side and the top, make them equal. Right about there. Do the next corner. Now do the corners first, and then I'll do the other areas. If they're stamping on it, I might do the stamping first in case I need to turn it over. It's really convenient that this designer paper has stripes on it, because I could use those as a reference for placement of the postage stamps. Okay, so these can start going on. I think I'm going to stamp the Merry Christmas. So doing that, that's a little different, fun. A few little tips, because here's the Merry Christmas stamp. And if you're saying, that's one big stamp, you can, if you want, you can cut it. And then when it comes time to use it as Merry Christmas, you could put it right back together. And it will fit right back together where you won't even notice. So, Merry goes on to here. So I'm going to use a Postage. Might fit, so I'm not sure. So I will put the Postage right there. And I'm leaving the top corner showing. Just so I know how far the edge of the postage stamp is. Well, that's not supposed to be riding up like that. That's just because it's poking up. Okay. So Mary. Good. That turned out good. Okay, now I'm going to do Christmas. Christmas is going to go at the bottom. And I'm going to block off where the word Mary might go. I'm not sure yet. So if Christmas goes here, see, that almost fits. It wasn't the sticky side. Okay. So now I can see where the corner is. So I just want it in between this point and that point. That turned out good. And it's straight. Yay! Ah, there's a little more over on this side than that side, but I think it's going to be just fine. Okay. So these are done and ready to attach. So I'm just going to lay them out. I have the four corners done. This one has to be up here in the middle. I might do that one first. And then this one is at the top. And I'm looking at how much room is across the top. So I'm going to attach this one because I could tell where the middle is here and the bottom reveal of the designer paper. So middle and equal to the other ones. Okay. Same with this one. So I'm going to have the same amount of designer paper showing, but then in the middle of this space. There. That looks equal. And this convenient mossy meadow line shows me where to put it. So this one should be the same. Just checking that outside border all the way around. That's the first priority. Hope that one fits in there. I think that if you did it even smaller, this middle one might not fit. Might be better to do it a little bit bigger. Okay. Looking at how much is at the top of green, how much at the bottom. Getting this. It needs to go over, like right about there. Okay. Okay, what's left? I think it's just these two that are left. So if this goes here, this one has to go at the top. It's kind of smishing, but that's okay. Okay, I'll put this one in. So it's good at the top. And these sides are equal. Okay, so this one just gets centered. Same green, equal green. That worked out just fine. Just fine. Oh, we had to build the reindeer next. When building the reindeer and doing the holly, I was thinking, oh, I should take a blending brush or a dauber to add just a little bit of color to like the ears. And it's like, no, I'm trying to keep it a little, hold on, kind of classic. Okay, that's better. The front is done. These pieces, I had to stamp the words, so we'll wait. Okay, let's look at those little die cut pieces. So these are all the pieces you'll need. The wreath, that could just be put on. That's easy enough. And it perfectly fits, so it just gets put there. The tree, I stamped that in shaded spruce, used the die to cut it out. And I did get a little fancy on that. So look at the trunk on the deer, tree trunk on the deer, on the tree. So I'm going to take my blender brush. I should know that. Blender pen, and dip it into the espresso ink and color just the center of it to make it look like a tree trunk. Let me see. There's a little ink on it. If you have ink on the side, this is a great time to clean it up, because you don't need that much ink. And if your pad is perfectly clean and you don't need to do that, you could just pick up a little from the stamp pad. And for this, I'm just going to be doing like little bits of it, trying to keep it really thin. I have pool party ink on my finger. And it's okay if you go all the way up into the star, because the star is going to be covered by Druzy adhesive back gem. Sometimes after it dries, it's like, that's kind of reverting back to green. You might need to do more. I should do it for the inside one too. This one has like a little barnacle there. Whoops. That's where a branch was. And it came off because there was a deer sleeping under it. This one I didn't cut the best, but that's okay. I cut the top a little short and the bottom has too much white, but because I'm going to be putting it onto white paper, it doesn't matter. See, that's turning green again. Okay. And I would say clear this out, because that's what you should always do before you put the lid on. But because I know I'm going to be doing quite a few more of these, I'm going to leave it dirty. Okay, so that's done. So we can attach this. One goes inside. This one. This one gets dimensional and liquid glue, because that's what I do. I make it kind of look 3D. It's like, is that on a dimensional or is it flat? It's both. Right in the middle. Good. Boop. Oh, that's a thing not to do, is if you have, like, see how I had liquid glue on there? If it touches the area that you did the blending brush, if it waits too long, it will kind of leave a ring around the puddle of glue. So I dried it off real quick, so I think it's going to be fine. Okay, let's see, what else do we have in here? Presents. Ooh, let's make some presents. So whenever you're doing things, like, I know when I was cutting these out, it was last night, and I was watching The Big Bang Theory. Do you ever, like, does it take you like on a flashback of, oh, I remember when I was, or like a card, if you look at a card you made years ago, and you remember like the exact time and what you were doing? That happens all the time. Or if Tony's watching a movie, and I'm listening, I listen to his movies. Not so much watch them. Then when I get back to it, then I remember what the movie was about, what part it was. I was coloring some, it's right here. These. And I stamped and I have everything ready to go, the ribbon cut out for this project. And I think I have like 10 of them left to go. And I remember Tony was watching a war movie and the guys are flying back on a plane at that point. Why do I remember that? I don't know. Funny like that. Okay, another present. Oh, we get to build the deer. The deer is so cute, so easy to put together. And I've seen others online in all different kinds of combinations. Some people have the deer a little bit more gray. And you know, realistically, they are kind of brown gray color. Okay, so those are done. I want to build the deer. Oh, here. This bow goes onto the wreath. And I'm going to do it with a glue dot. And I'm going to take my glue dot, fold it in half. I'm just going to make it into a glue ball, a glue glob, which I'm doing on purpose because when I put it on here, it gives it a little height. The glue dot will hold it, great. But because now it's a glue ball, I don't know if you can see that. Then I'm going to put adhesive or glue at the bottom. And put it onto the wreath. Just like that. This wreath will be a little crooked on purpose. Okay, what else do we have in here? The reindeer. Okay, so this one, I'm going to put glue everywhere. Then it's going to stick onto the copper clay layer that has its horns on it, his antlers, his antennas. Okay, just get those layered. And what's really cute about this die is look at these little notches in the white, and that ends up being like the white of his eyes. If you get it all lined up, and it's very easy to do that, you'll see. So this one is crumb cake. Just gets lined up. But see how you see just a little bit of white in the eyes? Okay, he could dry. Oh, so the holly. The holly, well, let me show you. Then you'll know why I did what I did. First, when I put this on and the berries on, it's like, okay, but that kind of looks like a jet propeller. So I then thought, well, what about another one to go over the top? Like, oh no, that doesn't look like holly anymore. So it's like, why does it not look like holly? Because it's very symmetrical, but where's my little sheet? If you cut the holly in the center, see this one where the Y is in the black marker? And it doesn't matter because it's going to be underneath the berries. But if you cut it, then you can make the holly leaves a little bit more staggered, which makes it look, I think it looks better. Okay, so holly, I'm going to get the berries, put on mini dimensional. I think the dot should be at the top because that's the highlight, I'm thinking. Put this one here. And it's just going to hang on to the dimensional just a little bit. I'll put glue on it in a minute, and that will really lock it into place. Then these, so these two leaves are together. They're hanging out together. That one I might move it just so you could see a little bit more detail of the leaf. Okay, see how now you could kind of see through a little bit of the detail. And then this one could go maybe right there. They're barely hanging on. Okay, so now I'm going to put glue all over where the leaves attach. And I want to put dimensional on here, but these are barely hanging on. I don't know if I could get away and do that. I'll try. I had to do it 2 more times. So far, so good. Okay. And I want to strategically place one of the leaves over my little smudge. See these, hold on. These are looking very up and down. Maybe this one can go here. Then I'm going to kind of give it a twist. Just because I don't want them too symmetrical. Maybe. There we go. That's what I was going for. Okay, so the ends all have dimensionals, and there's glue right under there. And I covered up the whoops. Yeah. Okay, how about, I like the reindeer. So he will have dimensionals, because he's kind of the focal point of the card. And my Christmas is stamped a little off to one side, but I think it's going to be okay. So he goes right here, right in the middle, maybe closer to Christmas. I'm looking at how much postage stamp white is here. There's too much over here. There, that's good. Okay. Ooh, let's do the dots, the candy dots. Oh, we could do a lot of the embellishments. So for these, let me do medium size, one about here, medium size. Are these just the cutest things? Right about here. The minute I saw them, it's like those really stand out. And then the big one, right in the middle. Oh, those are so cute. Okay, we'll save these for the inside. So here are 5 little pearls. And you know, I could have gone crazy and put like 20 of them on here, but sometimes you just gotta put just a few. And I'm trying to put them random so it's not all one after another, so they're not mechanical looking. One more. Right there. Okay, done with that. And these are for the star on the tree. Oop, there's my glue dot. There it is. And I like it because I was thinking, oh, it should be brighter or yellower. But I think that it goes well. It's a good combination between the crumb cake and the copper clay. We still have more decorating to do. This could go on the tree on the inside. Let's put the gifts on. So the gifts, this one in the middle will get dimensionals. And on the sample, I'll hold it up here in just a minute. I was trying to put them going this direction, that direction, and I kind of didn't like it. So these I'm going to have them go straight. So see how these are real like whimsy, they're just kind of all tossed onto there. I'm going to have these ones go more in line, more parallel. These just get glued on. So the colors of the gifts, I was like, oh, I'll just put this one here, that one there. But because there's the red here, I thought it'd be better to have the green. And when I had the red, just imagine them flopped, imagine this being red. And then it was spruce here, spruce there. I think it just looks better this direction. Little space in between them. Oop, I'm running into the dimensional I put under there. Okay, the front is almost done. It's so much fun. These go on the inside. This is for the bells. Look how cute these bells are. These bells are just cute. So I'm going to do the glue dot in liquid glue for all of them. Glue dot. So I'll need 1, 2, 3 glue dots. 1, 2, 3. Roll it up into a ball so it gives you a little height. And put it as low as you can on the bell, because the tip of it is going to have liquid glue. There we go, right about there. Roll it up like a ball. Put it as low as you can on the bell. Then liquid glue. I know I like to get it thin, but kind of not coming out. There. Okay. Just like that. And they're almost touching, not quite. Just because I know that the bow die, the knot will cover up that gap. I have class today. I have to be leaving in 5 minutes. Get moving. Oh, I put that clock like 3 minutes fast, so I think it'll be okay. What's going on here? There it goes. Okay. And this is going to the right, so this one could go to the left. Okay, I think the front is done. I was thinking about putting some kind of bling on here. And you know what, now hindsight, you know, hindsight is really clear. I kind of wish the gifts were all pushed over a little bit to the left. It's okay. Okay, so for the inside, let me do the stamping first. I hope I could do it straight. May all your days be filled with cheer and cherry cobbler. Okay, do it straight. Don't mess up. Yeah. Okay, and then in spruce I'm going to do the trees at the bottom, and then a hint of espresso on the trunks. Trees. So I have to stamp off. Stamp. Oh. Stamp off. Stamp on. Okay. Stamp off. Second strength. That's good. Then espresso. That one has the ink on it already. So I will just do a hint of espresso. Because these trees are lighter, because they were stamped off, I'm not going to do it as heavy as I did the one stamped in white and die cut. That's going to be the focal. These are just kind of backup trees. These are the backup singers. Whispering in the wind. They're singing Christmas songs. And this will get one-dimensional and glue. And an embellishment. So put it just a little bit lower so it looks like this tree is in the front. Pretty tree. Okay, so I can attach this. Oh, I should do my snowflakes. Little snowflakes. Did you notice those? At the top? Those are in Pool Party. I was thinking it needs something up there. Then the stamp was right there all along. Snowflakes. And you could go crazy with your snowflakes. However snowy you want it to be. I think deer like lots of snowflakes. Maybe this one I'll put more on than I did on the sample. Maybe I could do some like second generation ones. Like here's one, then there. No. They don't show up enough. Okay, I'm getting crazy now. I kind of like it though. Okay, enough. Okay, one star one over here. Okay, so the snow is coming down here. This is ready to go inside. My trees are kind of blowing in the wind a little. Yeah. Okay, so these all can attach. So when attaching them, I'm going to put it equal with the bottom and then midpoint. So equal at the top. I could use my lines on the designer paper. The same line, yeah. Okay, and then this one is going to get dimensionals because sometimes we're fancy like that. Well, the inside has a bling, the inside has a popped up tree. It's just like that. And this one just gets put into the middle. You know what? Hold on. I don't know if I could still lift this. It's going to go in the same place, so I tore it a little bit, but that was not straight. I was on a different line. Okay. So it needs to go, so it's almost covering that line. Oop, go down a little lower. Almost covering that line. It's the funniest thing. Every time I go to put this on, I was like, oh, things aren't straight. So this one's a little wider. Okay. And little peppermints. This one looks like it's really small. That's like the midget, the fun size one. Well, I like them. This one, they're a little bit. Let's see if I can fix that. Oh, I got it. No one will be as critical as I am. Okay, berries. So, cut this to the middle. And this one. And mini dimensional on the back side of the berry. And I'm going to have the dots at the top of the berry because I'm assuming that that's a highlight. Those two close together. And then this one over on the other side. Ooh, I didn't leave much dimensional for it to grab onto. Doesn't take much. Okay, got it. Kind of trying to rush too. And you know, I'm just going to let this sit for a minute, and then I'm going to tuck the dimensional underneath. So the berries are going to be in the center of the rectangle. And in just a minute, I'll put a dimensional underneath them. That might be a good way to go. A little bit easier. Back side. Oops. Little one can go right here. This is the biggest one. I'll put that at the top. And then this one can be snuggling up on that big one. Okay. Glue. And have these coming at a different angle with the berries in the middle. Okay, those look good. Dimensionals. So, there. Now it's locked in place. It's not going anywhere. So I think we're almost done. Let me know if you have any questions about Avid Stampers. And if you order this bundle between now and October 30th, you will have 3 kits coming in the mail to you. And I'll send you an email. Oh, and if you decide you want to do it, make sure I still have one person who ordered the Avid Stamper bundle a few months ago, but she put her name as no contact. And I have it sitting right here just waiting for no contact to say, that's me, that's my kid. Okay, that is it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.